Pantera joins us at Spooky Empire right here. The man himself. All right. Phil, on my right over here. So you guys, I know you're probably as excited as I am to have this great rock legend here. Yes? So Phil, I know inquiring minds want to know a lot of stuff, so I thought we could just kind of start from the beginning for everybody. Is that good?
Yeah.
So you know, I found a lot of your fans actually think that you come from Texas.
I don't.
But you don't. So let's put it up a little bit.
Texas.
I've heard the acoustics in here a little bit, so we're going to make sure that we can hear us.
Can you hear me?
Everybody hear us?
Yeah, that's not great.
Okay, so you actually are from New Orleans, Louisiana, as we know. So I read back that you were actually a quiet, secluded young man, although I find that a little bit hard to believe. So why don't you tell me about that?
Tell you about being quiet and secluded?
Were you quiet and secluded, Phil?
Man. Did anybody else almost burn their old folks' house down when you were a kid?
I was actually going to ask you about that.
It was like Halloween time, and I was trying to set up props to scare my then little sister. She was about 8 or something like that. So I was, oh God, this is embarrassing. My folks were watching the New Orleans football Saints lose in the Superdome back then. I guess I'm talking early 80s. So I'm babysitting, I'm watching the kids, and so I grabbed a coat rack, put a Halloween mask on it, put a wig on it, and brilliantly taped it up. A sheet, like an arm, you know, like it's reaching around it. I taped the sheet to a door. It fell off because I put a candle in front of it. And the sheet fell off. Things got bad. It got real bad. And just to cut to the chase, there was a good portion of the house burned down, yes. But I did manage to put the fire out, and it was pretty much like one of the first steps out of the house for me. It was like, it's almost time for you to split, young man. Man, I was a rebellious asshole.
So what age was that you actually were rebellious to that?
13 at the oldest.
So I wouldn't call that quiet and secluded, right, everybody?
No, man. You know, so debunked. There's that.
Okay, that one's debunked. So, Phil, I want to talk to you because you grew up in New Orleans, like I said, and I know you worked on fishing boats and all of that stuff. So when did the musical bug first bite you? When did you start singing?
Since I was a little boy, man. First house I ever lived in was in the French Quarter. And the floors would shake with Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix, and the Beatles, and all the classic stuff. So I grew up with it. I grew up singing, and I don't know. I never wanted to do anything else.
So tell me some of your biggest musical influences when you were honing your craft there.
Well, you got to give a giant props to the Beatles. You got to give giant props to classic rock in general, the 50s, 60s, 70s. I love it all. I do. I love all eras, man, you know. 80s pop, I even like, you know, it's like stuff I never thought I'd like. But I like all kind of stuff. So influences, big props. Rob Halford. Big props. David Lee Roth.
Yeah.
Big props, Roger Murray from Agnostic. And from there, I guess that's where the Henry Rollins stuff comes into play, because it's like, well, but big props to Rollins, big props to Kiss, awesome dudes. And you got a Motorhead shirt on. Let Me Kill Mister was one of the most beautiful, genuine dudes you'd ever want to meet, so big props to Motorhead.
Good stuff. So, Okay, so I want to talk to you about a couple other things. So you actually still live in Louisiana right now. Did you tell me you had pigs and stuff?
I do have 2 pigs.
What are their names, Phil?
Little Oak, like for Opie. He's got a song too, Little Oak. And when you do that, he comes up to you.
Do that again, Phil.
Little Oak. That's his tune, man. And then Pigus. He's Pigus.
I love it.
Classic Greek name, he's handsome devil.
I think it's really cool that you kind of stay close to your hometown roots, even through your big musical careers. I think it's important to stay true to yourself, so props to you for that.
Thanks.
Knowing where you came from. So, I know we got some Pantera fans in the house, so we're going to ask a couple questions about Pantera, of course, for Phil, as you knew that was coming. So, those Pantera fans, you guys actually know Pantera has kind of started out as a glam metal band until this fine fella joined the band, as you guys know. So, Phil, you were really young, actually, when you joined Pantera.
I was a child.
You were a mere babe in the woods, right? So, were you 18 years old?
18, I do believe, yeah. I quit high school. I'd spent a year. After I quit high school, forget it. I was out of the house. I was gone. I was 16 then.
It took a few years after the fire. They let him stay, right?
18. I guess I was 18, man. No older then. So when I moved to Fort Worth, I had like 6 albums untucked under my armpit. A bag full of shorts.
6 albums and a bag full of shorts.
I don't even know what records I brought with me. Venom, I totally brought black metal with me. That's one. And some Iron Maiden up there.
I love Iron Maiden. We'll give props to Iron Maiden. So how did the audition with Pantera come about? I know they had actually tried a few singers prior to you, and that really kind of like 4, I think, actually. Right? 5.
Yeah.
Till they found you. So how did that happen?
We played in the same club circuit. I always was the youngest guy in the band. So it was like, okay, come sing all these fucking cover songs. And that's how you break it through. That's how you do stuff. I'm like, okay. So that's kind of how the whole club thing got started. I guess at the same time, Pantera had great success before me. They were talented, man, and excellent at what they did. And everybody talked about them. And they could, honestly, they could fill up a 1,500 seat place locally in Dallas. So they were big before I was in the fucking band. So when I joined the band, it was really bizarre because they had gone through 5 replacement singers and they did lose their momentum. You see them 2 people sitting right over there? That was the audience I showed up to when I joined Pantera. It was like dismal. It was like, good God. They lost a front man. I knew it was a dynamic thing, but I came in, I gave them what they needed, man, and then I started turning them on, man, to different styles of music, different influences. So, yeah, man.
So my understanding when you joined, they actually had some stuff already recorded, but they went back in and re-recorded those songs with you singing the vocals instead.
No, what happened was they did have some stuff recorded, and I was only in the band like 2 weeks, and they were like, come here and sing this song. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So, power metal was piecemeal, man. Just early days, early snippets of sing now, just sing, as far as lyrical input or anything, I had zilch, man, 0. But that was understandable, someone needed to take over as the leader of the band, and when they lost their lead singer, it was Dimebag, hands down. So Dimebag was in control. So regaining Dimebag's, or just gaining initially Dimebag's trust was a big thing, man. And a big relief to him, it's like, we got our guy, and so, I did good. They liked it,
I think everybody liked it. Yeah, I think it was good stuff. So your first album with them was power metal, as you know, and then you guys got signed with Atco Records. Tell me about that feeling when you got that record deal.
We were like, fuck, we're fucked, man, you know. We were like, man, this is it. It's a bum out, man. Nobody wants us. Nobody likes us. This sucks. Well, keep playing gigs. Keep playing gigs. And out of nowhere, one day, I got a knock on the apartment door, and it was Dimebag. And